Hey, it's Bolivio here. You're watching Let's Play Reassembly, episode 12. It's been quite a while since I've played this game. And I somehow missed the update that was like 6 months old now. This is one of my favorite games, so I'm surprised I missed that bit. But what I'm going to do here is start a new game because there's a whole bunch of new changes. And I'll start out with the Terran faction, which is like what I imagine would be the Earth civilization once it becomes spacefaring. But I'll go ahead and change this to the faction name that I want. And that looks fine there. We go a little more gray. Alright, so a little tip I learned here is that you can put a like the caret symbol, which you would use as like an exponential signification in math, like the little up arrow. You press that key and then the number 4, and it switches the text to blue. So that's what I did there to get my text to be blue. And I'm going to go ahead and launch now. Oh wow. Okay, so it's a round galaxy. Interesting. 100%, station count, 100%, 8 agents, 40 gravity wells, 30 slow zones. Okay. This is different, but let's just go ahead and do it. Oh yeah, another interesting bit of info. There's a new soundtrack along with this update, which is cool. I'm hoping I'm broadcasting alright. I seem to be dropping some frames during this stream. So it's basically telling you the control scheme. WASD is how you control your directions. Click to do primary weapon, right click to do secondary, and 1 to modify ship. So these are the block palettes, and here you can grab items and attach them to your ship. These are your P points, which tell you how many points you have when adding these ship parts, which some of them cost points. And you can view keyboard commands with help. And I'm not going to do anything to this, so I'm just going to exit. Press 1 to look at your ship build, and 3 to look at your faction's fleet. It's player fleet control. Although most of these ships are good, I've done a lot of ship building, so I'm just going to delete them all and make my own ships. Oh, cool. Okay. I'm not going to do that like I did last time. I just made a command module with some thrusters. I'm going to start out with a little scout ship. I'll go with functionality over lore. Last time I played, I made like a civilian that had no weapons or armor, and it just kind of was the command module and some thrusters. I thought of it as like a space shuttle, but I'm going to start out with a small scout ship because, you know, primarily I'm going to be doing industry and like military with my ship builds, so I don't really need to have a civilian ship design. Anyway, one thing I do want is a container. Go ahead and put that on the front of the command module, kind of be like a little bit of armor there. It's got a little health, 604, not too bad, better than a regular block. I'm going to go ahead and cover this in a small like layer of blocks. Well, no, this is a scout ship. It doesn't need any extra baggage, and it needs a small container. Okay. So, small container, a couple of plasma cannons, defense cannons, and that's probably all I'm going to put on this. So let's just give it a little more armor. Okay, I meant to turn my background on there earlier, so let's go ahead and get that going. Okay, I think that did it. I want to move the camera somewhere. I'm trying to find a space that doesn't really get in the way of anything. Maybe right there. Okay. I guess that'll work. Let's just go ahead and make it like partially built so I can exit this menu. See, that's the once you press. That's the thing I was talking about to change the text color. Do the little up arrow and then press 4, and you should be able to get blue text now. And there you have it. Alright, so it's telling me to pick up some R packets and return them to spawner, and that'll give me these C credits. I should just call them credits. That's what the C stands for. So you take resources and convert them into credits by giving them to a spawner, and that's one way to make credits in the game. Another way is to destroy enemy ships. Or no, I think you just get resources for that. I don't know. Are they all the same design as me? Whoa. That's a totally unique design. Okay, I like that. Anyway, you can press tab to go in command mode, and then if you press the what is it, the fleet edit button, which is 3, you can edit a allied ship's fleet, and that'll let you take a look at the design of the ship. I'll do this for this one here. Super Sniper. I can't really look at it because it has parts that are encrypted is what it says, but basically that means I haven't unlocked those blocks with credits yet. Okay, so I'll leave command mode and design some more ships, or finish designing this ship, because this isn't really done yet. Oh, that's cool. Kind of unnecessary though. Okay, this is fine for a scout. Give it an afterburner too. Oh wow, so shift now uses the afterburner, but it's also the button I use for the brakes, so I gotta change that. Controls. Okay. Looks like I'll have to change my alternate brake button to control. I don't think control does anything in the game. What? You can rotate the camera? I've never done that. Let's take a look. It's crazy. Anyway. Now we got our brakes set up good. Afterburners going on. Hell yeah. And we are fast in this game now. Let's approach this new gravity well with our new afterburners. And here we can see there's a gravity well. Thrust around the star to orbit. Speeding up will increase the size of your orbit. Slowing down will decrease it. Interesting. What? That's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god! That's so cool. I love that aspect of it. This is a great update. I don't know. Alright, so these P points are for building your ships. Ship points is what it stands for, power. Governs the total amount of features on your ship, increased by spending C on the plus P button above. So the more you add P, the better your point value becomes, meaning you can build bigger ships. You'll see each of these has a C value to unlock them, which is credits. So it costs credits to unlock this technology, and they use ship points or power points for your ship when you put the modules on your ships. So each small thruster would use 3 points, and right now I have a maximum of 300 points I could put on a ship. And your ship's resources are these R points. The current ship I'm holding has a capacity of 151 R resources, but if I go here, I can probably take off these and add more resource points. And that actually decreases my mass too. So why not just go all the way around with containers? And now I've increased my R value by double. And I can carry 300 resources on this scout ship. And another shipbuilding tip is to put your center thrusters along the center of gravity, which is denoted by this arrow here. That way when you try to strafe, the thrust direction will just push right on that center of gravity and move it along the way you want it to go with the least amount of wasted force, giving you rotational direction. This is a vector-based physics game, so a lot of mathematics is involved here. I mean, most video games use math for the physics, but it's pretty clear how it works here. If you were to push this way, if it was right on the center of gravity, it would just go that way. But say you put the thruster over here, then it would push it that way, but also make the ship rotate in a clockwise direction. So you would kind of, like if this was your flight pattern, you would go like this a little bit, forward and rotating and curving. And it's just not what you want to be doing when you're really just trying to go up. I'll show you some of that here now. So you'll see I kind of end up curving a little bit. Okay, I'm going to stop. I think that was just had something to do with how I had the mouse pointed. So if I'm going straight, well, let's act like it's a side scroller. I'll go right. Now I'll stop. And I'm going to try to go left, which is going to be up. If you're talking about the direction of the ship. So I'm just going pretty much left and right. And if this wasn't balanced properly, I'd be having a lot more sway with these maneuvers. And you can see the other thrusters are kind of counter thrusting to compensate for the slight difference. Anyway, that's fun to look at. The developer did a really good job of letting you see graphically, what's going on with your acceleration. And I only really have a couple more things to do to unlock the first set of tutorials. So I'll go ahead and check out utility bindings. This is kind of new. Shift will do this. Z Oh, I was trying to put the point defense on. Nope, you can't put point defense on utility. So anyway, I don't have any other utility options, so anyway. I should design another ship. I'm just going to keep it simple and use the same base here. Okay, so I've pretty much just added some extra space to put things on this thing. And I've got, 200 more points just about that I can add to things for the ship. So let's go ahead and put a flak cannon on it. Let's just do a flak cannon and an auto cannon. And a couple more plasma cannons. Some more resource space. Okay, and some missiles to top it off. And hopefully we have room for a generator. Yep. But not two. So generator weighs 20 pounds. Probably think of a better space for the generator. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Well, this is definitely not a scout ship anymore. I just feel like it kind of looks like a tree frog, so that's what I call it.